Hi everyone and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody is having a good week so far. And you cannot see me. I realized that before. I'm sure I'm going to get lots of comments in the chat that you can't see me. Something's up with the camera driver and I've been trying to figure it out for the past 5 minutes what's going on, but I haven't been able to. So, not the end of the world. The show must go on, and I'll figure it out after this class. So for tomorrow, you'll see my face again. But for this class, you'll just have to imagine that I am there. If you're having any problem with the audio, do let me know. But I believe it's just the camera that is acting up today, which is totally fine. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't really have to see my face. I'm sure it's maybe nice, but computers are computers, so it is what it is. Nevertheless, we've got lots to cover today. We've got lots of speaking practice ahead of us. This is an IELTS speaking class. So kind of think about this as more of like almost like a podcast style, I guess. So IELTS speaking part 1 will be the focus of today's class. And the specific topic that we'll be looking at will be Band 9 level speaking on the topic of volunteering. Okay, this lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS. Visit us there. For the general IELTS, visit us at gieltshelp.com. On both of our websites, we've got lots and lots of materials to help you improve for your next IELTS exam. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. This is our general IELTS website here with this green background. Click that big red button to join the premium package, and then you can use this code ULTIMATE9 to get a 25% discount. aehelp.com, same idea, blue background. Click this big red button and then use that discount code, and then you can get over 70 speaking videos that show interviews with band 7 to 9 and lots more. So check us out there. Again, make sure to use that discount code ULTIMATE9. You can probably hear that my voice is a bit raspy too. So to make matters worse, I've been fighting a terrible flu over the past few days and I'm starting to get better now. So hopefully all will be much better by tomorrow. You'll see my face and my voice will be better as well. Hi Rashika, welcome Pooja. Hi Selena, welcome members. Good to have you in the class. I see lots and lots of students have joined, which is fantastic. All right, everyone. You can find our apps in your app stores, Academic IELTS Help and General IELTS Help. And you can also follow us on Instagram, IELTS _AE Help and G IELTS Help. All right. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the chat and I see that Cassandra is just making a mention here, which is really awesome. I'd like to share that, so I'm going to put it up here for us on the screen. Let me see if I can, yeah, there we go. Okay, so Cassandra says, hello Adrian and classmates, I've got my test results, listening 8. Reading 7.5, writing 6, speaking 8. Thank you for helping me achieve my desired score. Cassandra, that's a really nice score. Speaking 8. Wow, that's fantastic. That's what I figured you'd get, and that's what you got. So good job, Cassandra. Everybody can give a big thumbs up to Cassandra. She's been very studious in these classes, and it shows in her marks, which are fantastic to read and see. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for sharing that experience with us. Yeah, writing takes a lot of work. Yeah, I agree with you. I think personal opinion, IELTS is a little bit too critical for the marking of the writing section, but it is what it is. So thank you for sharing that, Cassandra. That's awesome. Students, if you have any questions about IELTS or about English, you can always send us an email. My email is adrian@aehelp.com. So check us out there, okay? Or send me an email there, and then I will get back to you. All right. So we've got that new schedule going on, and some of you who are following us and paying attention to our YouTube posts and our Instagram posts, you've probably seen this new schedule that we've been posting. It's got kind of a new look to it. And thank you to Carolina for that, who is usually our chat moderator, usually in here. This week, so right now we've got this speaking part 1 for everybody, and then we've got reading and speaking tomorrow. So reading for members, and then speaking part 2 cue card for everyone. And then, or subscribers, sorry. And then on Saturday, we'll have task 1 writing for members, and then speaking part 3. Welcome, Jonah, in Taiwan. I see you there as well, in our general English Help channel. And I wish you good luck on your May 28th exam. All right, students. So IELTS speaking part 1. IELTS speaking part 1, the first part of the speaking interview for your speaking section. It's introducing yourself, talking on a general topic regarding you, your hobbies, games you like to play, different subjects. They're always different questions. You can't really guess these questions. So you just have to have good strategy to do well in speaking part 1. And there are lots of basic strategies that I keep reminding you of in these classes. One of them is to always answer, give an explanation, and give an example. Okay? So, for instance, if somebody asks you, or if the examiner asks you, what is your favorite sport? You should give an answer like, I've loved the game of basketball ever since middle school. I enjoy playing it because I get to hang out with friends and improve my hand-eye coordination. Okay, that's my explanation. And then example. In fact, I just shot a great game of hoops yesterday. Okay, so that's a basic principle to doing a great job in speaking part 1, is you have to have this answer, explanation, and example. Okay, you always want to focus on that structure. So this is speaking, everyone, and that means you should speak and repeat. Okay, so copy what I say and copy how I say it, all right? So just copy me. Here we go. What is your favorite sport? I've loved the game of basketball ever since middle school. I enjoy playing it because I get to hang out with friends and improve my hand-eye coordination. In fact, I just shot a great game of hoops yesterday. So this is the basics, okay? This is fundamental. It's very important so that you show fluency, that you're coherent, that you have good lexical resource. So these are the reasons that you always want to think about this answer, explanation, example, because that way you will create fluency fluency, coherence, grammar, and lexical resource. So these are what the examiners are looking for. And by giving an answer, explanation, and example, you're creating that fluency, that coherence, that grammar, and that lexical resource. Okay. Now, a really important part of this, so to create these answers, explanations, and examples, you really want to use conjunctions. Okay, and I want to target conjunctions in today's lesson. Anybody know what conjunctions are? So in the chat, let me know. What are conjunctions? So what is a conjunction in English? When we talk about conjunctions, what is a conjunction? So Shabitri says they are joining words. Erkin Saliev says linking words. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so these are words used to join or link, same thing, synonyms, join or link phrases. Not only phrases, but of course, essentially phrases meaning ideas. Okay. Now, according to English grammar, there are 3 types of conjunctions. What are they? Or we could almost say like 3 families of conjunctions. What are these 3 families of conjunctions? And you definitely want to learn these for IELTS. So when you're at that band 5 or 6 level, and then you want to, reach that band 6 and band 7 and then band 8 level, you really, really want to have clarity and understanding of these different families of conjunctions and be able to use them effectively. Okay, so Tatiana says 1 is called coordinating or coordinate, or we can say coordinating conjunctions. I like to use that term a little bit more. And then we got subordinating, and Amu, very nice. Amu says that you've got correlative. Yeah. So you've got the subordinating, and then you've got the correlative. Okay, for band 7 to 9, you really have to know these conjunctions, and you really have to be able to use them in your speaking and in your writing, okay? Coordinating conjunctions, the first one, somebody already wrote this in here. It was Arjun, says you can remember these as fanboys, which is kind of a weird word. It's a mnemonic device, and fanboys you can think of as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Okay, and that's all of them. Okay, so fanboys, those are your coordinating conjunctions. They're the simplest conjunctions. These are the ones most people use without even recognizing what they're called and what they are. Okay, and there's kind of different ways that they work. Without getting into too much detail about these, here's an example. I like to play basketball and tennis. So I can use this type of conjunction to join 2 nouns in a sentence, like basketball and tennis, and in many other ways as well. Okay, but I'm not going to dig into that too much right now because I don't want to turn this into a grammar class. This is a speaking class. Okay. Just let's keep it that simple. Okay, subordinating conjunctions, the second one. This is a really big family of conjunctions. This has a lot. It has some subcategories. So subordinating conjunctions have 4 subgroups. And they include time, opposition, cause and effect, and condition. So without going into too much detail on this, we could spend several classes on just this number 2 here. Time is like when I wake up, I brush my teeth. When is the conjunction of time. Opposition. I like to eat oranges. However, I don't like orange juice. Opposition. However. Cause and effect. I don't like orange juice because it's too acidic. You can use multipliers of these. I like oranges. However, I don't like orange juice because it's too acidic. Look at that. Now I'm using opposition and cause and effect within the same sentence. So you can multiply these. The better you can use these, the more you use these, the better your speaking will be and the better your IELTS band score will be. Okay. All right, condition. Condition is if. If I drink orange juice, I get heartburn. Heartburn is when you get that really kind of burny sensation in your chest. It's caused by acid reflux. Okay. So those are the subordinating conjunctions. And now we get into the correlative conjunctions. And correlative conjunctions, this is the one that everybody kind of forgets about. Okay. I want to focus on these ones. I commonly mention these ones in our speaking classes. These are also very useful in your writing. In your speaking, they're especially useful. But first, let's talk about what these are before I tell you why they're so useful. So correlative conjunctions, and I can see we've got lots of chatter going on in the chat. So Mohini saying although and as long as. Simran saying before although. Correlative conjunctions, what are those? Rashika, who, which, that, where, whose are not subordinating conjunctions. Okay, Cass says the correlative conjunctions are like whether or. Amu says neither nor. Arjun says not only but also. Yeah, you're probably starting to notice that these are paired conjunctions. Very good, Amu. Both and. There's one more that comes to mind. Yeah, very good, Erkin. Either or. Yeah, absolutely. So these are these kind of paired conjunctions. Now, here's an important question, because I think even people that do learn these and do know these often neglect to use these. Why do we use these, or why do we want to use these in our speaking? So what's the purpose? Because in reality, you can often just use a coordinating conjunction instead of a correlative conjunction. So what I mean is, like, you can say, I like both basketball and tennis. Or you could just say, I like basketball and tennis. You don't need the word both. So what's the difference? Okay, so why say, I like both basketball and tennis instead of I like basketball and tennis? And this is the difference between having a band 7 or having a band 9 on your IELTS speaking. This is potentially the difference. Okay. Cass says to make the communication more expressive. Exactly. You're right, Cass. It's to emphasize ideas. Exactly. So it's to emphasize ideas. Yeah, to express your ideas stronger, to put emphasis. Not only do I like tennis, but I also like basketball. Okay. So this makes your communication stronger, for better lack of words. Okay. More expressive. Okay. The difference between a band 8 and a band 9 on the IELTS, you can think about it this way, is your ability to control your expression. Okay. So both a band 8 and band 9 level student or candidate have basically great English. And it doesn't matter if they're a native speaker or not native speaker. Okay. Native English speaker kind of stops at around the band 7.5 when people are thinking like, oh, I should sound like a native English speaker. And then after that point, it's much more about having excellent English communication. And that is decided by your ability to control your expressive language. Okay. So both a band 8 and band 9 level candidate have great English communication. The difference is that a band 9 level communicator, which is called an expert user, has excellent command of expression. Okay, so that's what's going on. Cass says, I applied your advice, Adrian, to use coordinating conjunctions in the speaking exam. Cass, I'm also wondering if you're not referring to coordinating, but correlative. Correlative, right? Where the two relate to each other. Okay. All right. I'm happy to hear that. So we're going to focus on these correlative conjunctions, the whether or, neither nor, not only but also, both and, either or. Okay. So as we go into our speaking questions today, we're going to focus on these correlative conjunctions. Let me show you how, okay? And maybe you can get a jump on me and get ahead of me. First question, so you go into your IELTS speaking exam and then the examiner will say, may I see your identification? You can actually use a correlative conjunction right away for this question. Go ahead, students, answer this question in the chat, and then we'll start to do some live practice as well through the chat. Okay, through voice calls in a moment here. I want to show you that you can actually use this first question to initiate use of correlative conjunctions. Okay, right away, show that correlative conjunction. So give me an answer, may I see your identification, that uses a correlative conjunction for this very first question. Okay, Mahbuba says, yes, exactly. Here's my passport that I used to register for this exam. Okay. Heavy driver, butterflies in my stomach means to be nervous. You're nervous. Okay. Stanley Tang says, yes, gladly. Here's my passport. Please take a look. Okay, Wahi Guru says, yes, here's my passport. Please have a look. I don't see any correlative conjunctions yet. Arjun says, yes, gladly. Here's my passport that I used to register for the test. Please take a look at my credentials. Okay, how about this? Check this out. Certainly. Here's my passport that I used to register online. Boom, there you go. Check it out. Both and. What are you emphasizing here, by the way, to the examiner? So if I say this, and repeat after me, okay? And so, Marielle, I see your answer there as well. Of course, have a look. But take a look at my answer here on the screen. So I'm saying, certainly, here's my passport that I used to both register online and check in 20 minutes ago. Please have a look. Some students think you're not being graded or marked for these questions, but in fact, that's not true. The examiner is judging your speaking skills from the very beginning. And you can use these first few questions to remind yourself of these important components like correlative conjunctions. Okay? So in this case, I say, and repeat after me. Okay, here we go. Certainly, here's my passport that I used to both register online and check in 20 minutes ago. Please have a look. This is a superior answer to just saying, yes, sure, here you go. Okay, for multiple reasons. It sounds very professional, it's very expressive, and Edward, it's that I used because you used it. And I'm also showing, so here in this case, there's a couple of really great points for doing it this way. Here, I'm showing the examiner indirectly Okay, so in this case, when I say certainly, here's my passport that I used to both register online and check in 20 minutes ago, please have a look. Indirectly, I'm basically telling the IELTS examiner that I'm familiar with IELTS, so I familiarized myself with IELTS. And I know that for IELTS, it's really important that we register with the same identification online that we use to check in, that we show the examiner during the speaking interview. And by using both and, I make this very clear to the examiner. So right away, I'm starting with very professional communication. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So does it make sense why you'd want to use this kind of correlative conjunction right at the beginning? Potentially. Okay. All right. And then comes the next question. What is your full name? And here simply just give your full name and tell the examiner what you want to be called. So my full name is Thomas. Instead of full name, let's paraphrase. Paraphrasing is so important. My whole name, right? My whole name is Thomas McPherson. Please just call me Tom for short. Okay, so my whole name is Thomas McPherson. Please just call me Tom for short. Okay. So you don't have to answer super lengthy for every question. In fact, I don't recommend that you keep talking and talking for every question, but I do recommend that you give clear and complete answers. Okay. Ananya says, it's Ananya. You can call me Anu. All right. I think it's a bit too simple, Ananya, especially if they're asking for your whole name. Make sure you give your family name as well. For privacy, you don't have to do that, of course, in these live classes, but make sure that you do that, okay? All right. Cassandra says, my given names are Cassandra Erica, and my family name is Hermoso. You can call me either Cassandra or Cass. Awesome. Look at that. I love it. Cassandra, that's brilliant. See what Cassandra just did? Cassandra just did this. Clever, clever. IELTS examiner will catch it. Cassandra put in either and or. And a lot of people do have a variety of names that they are called, right? A lot of students who are in Asia, like China, Taiwan, Vietnam, they have like English versions of their names. So like Hoang, and then maybe their nickname is like Annie or something. And yeah, you could absolutely do that. So you can definitely use a correlative conjunction there as well. My given names are Cassandra Erica, and my family name is Hermoso. You may call me either Cassandra or Cass. I'm comfortable with either one. Okay, yeah, definitely, very natural, very nice. Okay, so very good. I think everybody's starting to get the idea. So I want to practice. Let's start off by really just getting some practice going with our viewers and some feedback here. Okay. So I want to give as many people a chance at speaking today as possible. So let's do a bit of volunteering for speaking. Okay. So here's how you volunteer for speaking. Go to our website. You can go to aehelp.com. The website will look like this when you go to it. Okay. So aehelp.com, and then create a student account. Click on the green button. Try the demo. That one's free. I already have an account, so it's just asking me to log in. Or you can click on the Join Now button and then purchase the premium package, which is a great idea. And then log into your My Student account. When you're in your My Student account, you've got all these goodies like computer-based practice exams, a full course, lots of study plans, lesson videos, audio CDs, and then you've got this button here. It's the student partner speaking button, student partner speaking button, just above the speaking interview practice button. So click on that student partner speaking and then accept and start speaking. Okay. And then you get into this page here. We've got Lynette and Terrence and Mustafa and Kush in here, and Adam, Isadora, Chen, Tatiana. We've got lots of students in here, which is really fantastic. And here you can contact me. You'll see me as master. You see me kind of at the bottom here. You're always at the bottom of this this list. So I'm listed as master. Send me a message by clicking the blue envelope and just say I want to volunteer. And then I can ask you a question and we can do a bit of speaking. Okay. So let's do this. I can already see that there's a few people kind of reaching out, which is fantastic. Adam is with us here today. Let me see if I can reach out to Adam. So hello, Adam. Are you ready? right. Yeah, Yashnar, you can join. Just go through those steps that I just showed you. And Adam, just make sure you reply. Adam says, can you call me after someone else? All right, I'm guessing the answer there is that you are not ready. Let me try Lynette at the top here. Yes. Are you ready? And then I'll circle back to you, Adam. I'm not sure. Maybe you've got something going on unexpectedly. Yeah, life is unexpected. That's what makes it beautiful. Absolutely. Lynette, if you're there and you're ready, send me back a message saying that you're ready, and then I can reach out to you. Perfect.
Oh, not the camera. No, not the camera.
Hi, Lynette.
Oh, hi, sir.
How are you?
I'm great, sir.
Lynette, can you mute YouTube so you're not getting feedback?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Yeah, camera issues all around today. I'm having camera issues myself, but not a big deal because we're focusing on language, so voice is more important. How are you, Lynette?
I'm great, sir.
And where are you right now?
I'm in Taiwan, sir, so it's nighttime.
Nighttime in Taiwan. Are you in Taipei?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's always a good guess, of course. It's the bigger city there. All right, Lynette. Well, thank you for being the first volunteer this week. That's fantastic. Let me go to our questions here. And then we'll begin. So I'm going to start off just like the official IELTS exam, right from the beginning. Give me some answers, and then I will give you feedback. Focus on using these correlative conjunctions like both and, not only but also, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right. So welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. For part one, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. May I see your identification?
Sure, sir. This is my passport that I used to register for this exam. Please take a look.
What is your full name?
My first name is Lynette, and my family name is Atiteo. You can call me Lynette.
What do you do in your free time?
Well, I can consider myself a night owl. So usually, whenever I have a spare time, I usually listen to music or take a power nap.
Do you work or go to school?
Currently, I am working as home-based caregiver. So I'm taking care of elderly person.
Let's talk about volunteering. Do you do any volunteer work?
I did volunteer back in university. I reckon that back then we usually go to a community center for children, and we help the kids do some sort of activities to help them communicate with other people. And apart from that, we also give them toys and play with them.
Okay, I'm going to stop there and I'll give you some feedback. All right. So that was pretty good. It's definitely a solid 7.5, maybe an 8. However, with your English, you should be aiming for a perfect 9. And I'll tell you why. So first of all, I can tell that you have a lot of experience with English. You kind of sound like a native speaker to me. So if I didn't know that you were from Taiwan, if I just kind of heard your voice on the phone and I were talking with you, I would easily be fooled into thinking that, you're a native speaker of English in some part of the world. There are lots of different accents of English, and yours sounds very much native, very fluent. So the question is, why aren't you getting a 9, right? So why not that 9? What do you need to do? The start was good, so you didn't really use the correlative conjunctions like neither nor, either or. And the bigger problem is that, Lynette, you were missing the explanations and examples from your answers. Okay, so let me take a closer look at your answer. Okay, so let's look at this one here where I asked you, what do you do in your free time? Okay, you said, well, I am, and then you kind of stopped and you said, I consider myself a night owl. So usually whenever I have spare time, I listen to music or take a power nap. So Lynette, here with this answer, I don't feel like you've clearly answered my question. Do you see that?
Yep. Yeah, yes, sir.
In the answer, so when you say I consider myself a night owl, so night owl it's an idiomatic expression that means you stay up late, right? But it's not really related to free time, okay? Unless you explain it. So you'd have to say something like, well, I consider myself a night owl, so most of my free time or most of my spare time is between 8 p.m. and midnight. So now you're connecting that idea of night owl to the question, which is free time, right? So now I understand why you're mentioning that you're a night owl. Okay, so explanations are really important. And then you would say something like, during this time, I like to listen to music. And taking a power nap was really awkward because you're saying that you're a night owl, which means that you're staying up late. And then suddenly you're telling me that you're taking a power nap. And as your listener, I'm trying to think like, do you mean you're taking a power nap while you're staying up late at night? It's almost confusing. Do you see what I mean?
Yes, sir.
By that, so of course I can make sense of it. Like, okay, you probably take a power nap during the day because you're a night owl, right? But I have to kind of try to make sense of what you're saying there, right? So keep your thoughts simpler, especially for these first few questions. So I like to listen. Let's put a correlative conjunction in here. So either I like to listen to music, or what else do you like to do during those late hours?
Probably take some meditation, like 30 minutes.
Or meditate, sure. For half an hour, sure. And then you can say, I did this last night to get ready for this exam, right? So that example, okay? So now it's a much more sensible answer. So this is where, even though a candidate has excellent English like you have to also show excellent communication. So that's what you want to focus on. And so make sure that when you're practicing, you reflect on your answers and get feedback from others, and also criticize yourself, right? Think about, okay, does that make sense? Is that connected? Am I explaining this clearly? So ask those important questions from yourself, okay? Same situation with this question, the do you do any volunteer work? So you said, I did volunteer work back in university. You're not answering the question. The question is present tense. do you do any volunteer work? It means now. You can tell me that you did volunteer work in university, but you still have to tell me that you're not doing volunteer work now. Okay? So you would answer it something like this. Although I'm not volunteering currently, I did volunteer back in university. And now you've answered the question. Okay? And then here you use the pronoun we. And that was, again, kind of confusing for me, Lynette, because I was thinking, like, who are you talking about? Who are we? Like, people in general, or your classmates, or your friends, or the people in your program? So I wasn't clear on what you were talking about there, okay? So you have to have more clarity there. So I'm going to leave this question for now because I want to give some other volunteers a chance as well. But I'd like you to repeat this first one after me, okay, Lynette? So
yes, sir.
I'm going to read this. I'm going to read the answer and then copy after me. So once I'm finished. Here we go. What do you do in your free time? I consider myself a night owl, so most of my spare time is between 8 p.m. and midnight. During this time, I either like to listen to music or meditate for half an hour. I did so last night to get ready for this exam. What do you do in your free time?
Oh, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can consider myself a night owl. So usually, whenever I have a spare time, I listen to music or take a power nap. Currently, I'm working as a home-based caregiver, so I'm taking care of elderly person.
No, wait, Lynette, wait, slow down. Okay, focus really on the content, Lynette, okay? So everything has to be clear, right? So here we go. I can consider myself a night owl. What does that mean? It means my spare time is between 8 p.m. and midnight. What do I do during this time? During this time, I either listen to music or meditate for half an hour. When did I do this last? I did this last night to get ready for this exam. What do you do in your free time?
Well, should I read?
Yeah, so just you can read it or you can go based on the context of what I just said.
Okay, I'll just read it. I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, well, I can consider myself a night owl, so most of my spare time, between 8 p.m. and midnight, I listen to music or take a power nap.
Don't take a power nap, right? Because you're a night owl. That means you're staying up. You're either a night owl or you're taking a power nap. You can't be both. Okay.
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, you can't be both. You can't be taking power naps as a night owl. Okay. So night owl means you're staying up because you have to visualize the owl, right? The owl's got the big buggy eyes and it's staying up and it's not going to sleep, right? So do not mix night owl with power napping or any kind of sleeping, okay? All right, and then don't forget your example. So I stayed up last night late and meditated, right? So you want to give that example as well, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, and don't be so nervous. We're all people. The examiner is just another person, right? So take it easy and focus on yourself, right? So focus on strategy, answer, explanation, example. All right, Lynette?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lynette, thank you so much. Please practice this thing and then come back and volunteer again, okay?
Thank you, sir. And by the way, sir, I'm not from here. I am actually a Filipino.
Okay, yeah. So I kind of guessed that from your name. And I know that in the Philippines, English is very common as well. So I'm guessing that's where you've learned English most of your life, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great job, Lynette. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye for now. Okay, that was Lynette. Let's take another volunteer. Let's see if let's circle back to Adam because Adam said pick somebody else first. Okay. All right, Adam, are you ready? Are you still ready? And then we'll get Adam on the call here for another question. Okay. Yashnar. just go to ahelp.com, log in, go to student partner speaking, and then you can connect with me. Okay, Adam, here we go. Hi, Adam.
Hello.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks, Adam. And Adam, where are you in the world right now?
I'm from Vietnam.
You're from Vietnam. All right. Which
Yeah.
city?
Vinh City.
Vinh City. Okay, I'm not familiar with that city.
Yeah.
Is it a big city? Is it a small city?
Just a small city, a normal city.
What's the population?
What
What is the population of this city? How many people?
is this in this city there are 1 billion people.
1 million?
1 billion.
That's impossible. There's no city in the world.
No, 1 million.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That would be a very, that city would have as many people as all the people in India. So, yeah, it's million, 1 million people.
Yeah.
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 Numbers are really important in speaking because they make our answers clear. So, for example, in the IELTS exam, when the examiner asks you, where are you from? You can say, I'm from Vinh City, which is a medium-sized city in Vietnam, about 1 million people, right? So it makes it very clear. So numbers are good. Numbers are good. Numbers are your friends. Okay, let's go to speaking part 1. May I ask, why are you taking the IELTS exam?
I take the IELTS exam for the study abroad. Study abroad.
Study abroad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what are you planning to study abroad?
Can you ask again? I think the internet is not good.
Yeah, what are you planning to study abroad?
Me? I planning to
Computers, biology, mathematics?
I still cannot choose yet because I'm still very young.
Okay, so you can say, I haven't decided on my major yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just copy me. I haven't decided on my major yet.
I haven't decided about my major yet.
Perfect. All right, let me ask you a couple of speaking part 1 questions. Give me some nice full sentence answers, okay? So here we go. Let's talk about volunteering. Do you do any volunteer work?
Yeah,
One more time, Adam. Do you do any volunteer work?
I'm not volunteering currently. Although I'm not volunteering currently, I did volunteer in my school, and
Is it common to do volunteer work in your country?
volunteer work is very well known and very common, popular in our country. Because it is a good job for the society and that everyone should do volunteer for useful activities for the society.
Okay. So let me give you some feedback on that, Adam. So you would get a band 4.5 to maybe a 5. Okay.
Okay.
The reason for that is because you're not showing me enough fluency or clarity. So you're answering the question, but it's a very basic answer, okay? And that's usually a band 4 or 5. So when a candidate is able to answer the question at a basic level, they get basically a 4 to 5, okay? Band 6 means that you're fluent and you're giving more complete answers, okay? So I asked you the question, do you do any volunteer work? And you said, I'm not volunteering currently, which was a good sentence, okay? But it took you a long time to answer, and I had to repeat the question. You don't want the examiner to be repeating questions. So when the examiner asks you a question, you need to answer not right away. You can think for 1 or 2 seconds, but you need to answer within 2 to 3 seconds of the end of the question, okay? I did like that you used a progressive form, so you used the ing form, I am not volunteering currently. And then you said, although I'm not volunteering currently, I did volunteer in my school, which was good, okay? So, and then you stop there. What did you volunteer? What did you do in your school?
I volunteer the old. I do volunteer that I help the poor student in the high mountain, or maybe some poor student.
Okay, sure. So I gave my time after classes to tutor students in math who had difficulties with their studies. Okay, so you have to answer in a clear way like this, okay? I did this for 3 months, at least 4 hours a week. Using those numbers to kind of give more clarity to what you're saying, okay? All right, let me repeat this question. I'll give you the answer and then copy the answer after me, okay? You can just copy exactly what I say, all right?
Okay.
So here we go. Do you do any volunteer work? I'm not volunteering currently. Although I'm not volunteering right now, I did volunteer in my high school. I gave my time after class to tutor students in math who had difficulties with their studies. I did this for 3 months, at least 4 hours a week. Do you do any volunteer work?
I'm not volunteering currently. Although I am not volunteering currently, I did volunteer in a school. I gave my time after classes to tutor students in math who had difficulties with their studies. I did this for 3 months, at least 4 hours a week.
Okay, that's how you get those higher band scores. So you have more detail, more explanation, more clarity and fluency, okay? You have to build up to that level. And that comes with practice, okay? So just keep thinking answer, explanation, example, use numbers as well, okay? And then once you get to that level, then you can start to incorporate those correlative conjunctions, like not only did I tutor math, but I also help students with chemistry, since I'm really strong in both of those subjects, right? So you can get even more fancy. Okay. All right, Adam, you were very brave, just like Lynette. So thank you so much for volunteering. You just did some volunteering right now. You volunteered in a live English class, so that was some good volunteering. Keep up the good studies, Adam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Adam. All right, give Adam a thumbs up too. And I saw that there were students in the chat giving a thumbs up for Lynette as well. That's really important, everyone. It's really, really important that you're supporting each other and helping each other to be brave and be courageous. Okay. All right, I'll take another volunteer so I can see that we've got more volunteers. Yashnar, I see you want to volunteer. Let me see if I can find you in here. Okay. I don't see you in here, Yashnar, unless you're using a different name. If you are, let me know and then I'll look for you, okay? But you have to go to aehelp.com, our website, and use the interface there. YouTube does not have voice chat interface. Okay, just text typing. So we're using our website for this. Okay, Terrence. Let's see if you're available. Hi, Terrence. Are you ready? Okay, let's reach out to Terrence. Maybe we can get a hold of Terrence here. And Kamal Deep says he's looking for a speaking partner. By the way, students, our website that we're on right now here, this is aehelp.com. Great place to find speaking partners. Terrence, I'm just using this to chat with people, but if you're here, I will call you in a second. Okay, Terrence, I'm going to give you a call. Here we go. Terrence, are you there? Sounds like you picked up, but I don't hear any sound from your end, so I'm not sure if your microphone is enabled. Students, make sure that when you open up this function of the website, when you have a pop-up window, click Enable Microphone. If you've got pop-up blockers, you have to disable them. So... and Kamal Deep, I can see that Issa Dorothy is saying that they would like to try being your speaking partner. So, Terrence, I don't hear you, which means that you want to check your microphone. Check that you enabled your microphone. Yeah, it didn't even go through. Okay. All right. Okay, we have Chen here. I'm working my way down the list. Oh, no, this is, oh. Chen. Tatiana, I see you there as well. Okay, so are you ready? Chen. Hopefully. I can see you in the chat. Hi, Engin. I can see you in the chat as well. Thank you for the super chat donation from Turkey. That's awesome. Okay. Hello, Chen. Sounds like you picked up super fast, but I do not hear you. Let me try to call you one more time. Not sure what's going on there. Again, students, one really good way to make sure that that the system works is to test it with somebody. And as you can tell, it should work because I've already spoken to 2 other of your classmates. Yeah, I'm not sure why, Chen. If you're using a VPN, like a proxy network, that can always be tricky. So, all right, Tatiana, are you ready? Oh, Chen's calling me now. Okay, Tatiana, let's give Chen another chance and then we'll see. Hello, Chen. Nope, still can't hear you, Chen. Chen, test it out with another person. See what's going on. Okay. All right. Usually works with Tatiana. Not this time. The ghost in the machine is being a nuisance today, it seems like. Let's try one more time. I'll go there as well. Okay, let me do something here. Just give me 2 seconds, students, and then I can try something a little bit different that might help some of us here. Okay, you might have to reconnect or refresh the page. Yeah, so just reload the page, everyone. I just rebooted our chat server. We'll see if that works, okay? So here, let me reach out to Tatiana again. We'll see if that works. And I thank you for the super chat donation as well, Amrit. Okay. All right. Don't worry, girls and guys. I see some of you are really stressed about not being able to connect. It's okay. It's okay. Terrence, it's fine. We'll be able to connect as well. So let's try this one more time. Hi, Tatiana.
Hello, Adrian.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you? You're a bit unwell.
Yeah, I sound a bit raspy, don't I? I'm doing better. I was actually, as the expression goes, I was on my deathbed the past couple of days, but I'm actually feeling a lot better now. So
recover soon. The soonest recover to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you use that grapefruit seed?
I've been drinking a lot of grapefruit seed extract with orange juice. I think that's why I'm on my feet. Yeah, absolutely. I've been taking all kinds of remedies to help myself. Absolutely. Okay, so Tatiana,
Yes.
thank you for wishing me a recovery. By the way, let me correct the English there as well.
Recovery.
I wish you a swift recovery,
A swift recovery.
Yeah, or I hope you get well soon.
I hope you get well soon.
Okay, so Tatiana, let me hop to our task 1 questions here. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm doing okay. Working, trying to figure out my following steps and trying to help my sis, who's a refugee now. But it's okay. Everything is okay. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, I think life has become exceptionally dynamic and challenging in many ways for many people. The world has become an overly complex system, and it's stressful. But we have to find the joys, I think, and that's the trick.
Yeah,
in
and we will.
everyday.
And we will.
And we will, you're right. Okay, and volunteering, I think, is a big part of that. So today's topic for speaking part 1, giving our time freely to help the world around us. So here we go. Let me ask you some of these questions. So let's talk about volunteering. Now, Tatiana, I know your English is quite good, so I really want you to focus on using correlative conjunctions, okay?
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Do you do any volunteer work?
To my shame, I haven't been doing any volunteer work recently, and I didn't do it at my university time either. It wasn't popular back back in time when I was a student, and university didn't give students any perks for volunteering. And now that I'm an adult, I just should work 12 hours a day, and which doesn't leave time for volunteering either, for helping those in need, unfortunately.
What do you think is the best way for a person to give their time?
I believe the best method for people to do pro bono jobs to the benefits of society is to go online and find out about various volunteering organizations in their countries and think how they can apply their knowledge, expertise, and free time to the benefits of people whom they may help.
Okay. Let me ask you one more. Here we go. Has anyone volunteered to help you in any way?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that anybody has ever volunteered in order to help me. I have always paid my way through life and didn't rely on and haven't relied on anybody's help. Although I think that in case of need, somebody will come to help me. Maybe.
All
One day.
right. Well, let me reflect on your answers. Okay, Tatiana, for the IELTS exam, don't be so you. And that sounds terrible.
Oh, again, you. Oh my.
And that sounds terrible to say, but on the IELTS exam, so, and this is for everybody, right? You have to keep in mind that the goal of the IELTS exam, or your goal on the IELTS exam, is to get a maximum band score. Because when you show your certificate to immigration or a workplace or some other place, then whoa, what's going on there? Just a second, Tatiana. Can you hear that beeping?
Nope.
Oh, you can't. It's only on my side. Okay. All right. Then it doesn't matter. All right. So your goal is to get that maximum band score, because when you show your certificate, they're not going to ask you like why you got that score, right? And so here you just have to be kind of like mechanical in your responses and reach for that perfect answer, if you will. Okay. So what I mean by that is just stick to the simple answer, explanation, example, strategy, right? So I asked you, do you do any volunteer work? And you answered, to my shame, I haven't been doing any volunteer work recently, and I didn't do it at my university either. Okay. And I can see that you tried to use the correlative conjunction here. I think it could have been a little bit better. Let me fix this a bit. So you said, to my shame, I haven't been doing any volunteer work either recently or during my university. Okay, it's sometimes tricky to use that either or, and that's why I'm always encouraging people to do it. Okay, or university. Okay, now why did you say to my shame?
Because nowadays it's common practice to volunteer to help people in need. Hello?
Hi, Tatiana.
Yeah, hi again.
Yeah, sorry. I think maybe the chat system was getting overloaded there or something, so I had to kind of just do a restart of what was going on there. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So keep the answer a little bit simpler, okay? And when you say something like "to my shame," you need to you want to express why you say that, right?
Okay.
So you do want to say something like, although I do think volunteering is important, and since I love animals, I would love to give my time at an animal shelter in the future. Okay, do you see what I mean by just kind of simplifying what's going on there? I think the reason we're getting all these beeps too, Tatiana, is because I have a feeling somebody spammed the chat. So somebody was clicking like message. But anyway, so keeping it simple. Can you hear these beeps, Tatiana, by the way? Like, or do
Yes,
they
I
come
can.
through? You can. They do come through. That's
No, I
okay.
can.
I can. Yeah. I can actually stop my computer audio, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, there. All right. Okay. So here we go. This would be the better answer. Just repeat after me, okay? So, to my shame, I haven't been doing any volunteer work either recently or during university, although I do think volunteering is important, and since I love animals, I would love to give my time at an animal shelter in the future.
To my shame, I haven't been doing any volunteering work either recently or at university. Although I do think volunteering is important, and since I love animals, I would love to give my time at an animal shelter in the near future.
Okay, much better. Now, I want to take a quick look at this question here. Has anyone volunteered to help you in any way? And you said, no, I don't think so. I don't think anyone has volunteered to help. I've always paid my way through life. So here, this question's present perfect, right? Has anyone volunteered? So you want to answer with the present perfect, Tatiana. You really want to catch that grammar, okay?
Nobody hasn't. Nobody has. Sorry.
No, they haven't. Okay, that would be the simplest way. Is just say no, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Okay. I haven't had anyone volunteer to help me since I've always paid for my needs. That's so sad, Tatiana. I wanted to say that. Oh no, somebody's doing this, pinging me. Stop, people, stop pinging me. I'm trying to speak to Tatiana. I have a feeling that somebody's being a nuisance in our chat, and they're just.
You're popular.
I don't think it's that. I think somebody's literally like just spamming the chat. Like they're literally hitting enter, trying to get attention, which is really annoying. And I can't figure out who that is, otherwise I would boot them. But anyway, Tatiana, I'm volunteering to help you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So you can say yes, I have been helped. People have volunteered to help me with my English, right?
Okay.
I join an online class, and there's a teacher who has volunteered to help improve my English, right? The reason I say that is positive answers are usually easier than negative answers, and in most cases there is a positive answer. Okay? All right. Sorry about this really annoying beeping. I'm going to try to figure out with our developers on how to set up a security protocol where if somebody is spamming the chat, then it limits the number of chats that can be sent within a certain amount of time. That's going to be the solution for that. But anyway, Tatiana, I appreciate your volunteering. And again, my apologies for the annoying situation.
No worries, really. Thank you for your help and feedback.
Okay, keep up the good work, Tatiana. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Bye.
bye, Tatiana. All right. So that was Tatiana. Yeah, students, please, in the chat, when I'm talking with one student, don't keep pinging me, okay? I will ask for volunteers, but please don't ping me over and over again. Students, a very good job today for our volunteers. Thank you so much. A few technical difficulties. I'm under the weather, but we've pushed through and still got some good learning done, still got some important points through for the IELTS exam. Again, for less of a disturbing learning experience, visit us at aehelp.com for academic IELTS and glshelp.com for general IELTS. I can stop the beeping now by doing this. All right. So there. Hopefully that's ended. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me, everyone, and apologies for all that crazy noise. I will be back tomorrow and I'll figure out these technical issues to make sure that you get a much better class experience tomorrow. Have a lovely day, everybody. Bye for now.